So, I have been writing and thinking these last 2 weeks about Discover in Mallorca 2025, and here are some of the main thoughts and changes that I've experienced that I wanted to share with you all. So, the first is that when I look inside, there's just this stillness and quiet and peace that I don't remember having ever in my adult life, for sure. And the void, the hunger, the gap, the yearning is quiet and filled. I think the best word in English would be closure, which is something that I have looked for and wasn't sure existed even. Dr. Mark talked about making decisions before we came to the Healing Fest, and some of the decisions that I made were to release fear, to close wounds, heal scars, embrace peace, claim wisdom, and to become joy. And I feel like I experienced that there. And what's interesting is I wrote those out on the airplane on the way there, and on the way home, I slept, which is amazing. That is a miracle. And since I've been home, I have been napping, where I can lay down and my mind is still and I sleep and I nap. Another thing was that when I was 8 years old, I started having migraines, and there's something that have attacked me since. And it was something that in the last year and a half, I really felt like I had conquered, and it was not bothering me anymore. And then the 2 weeks leading up to Mallorca, just one after another, just migraine. And the usual things were not conquering them. And I had no migraines while I was in Mallorca, and then since coming home, I had one, and I was able to sleep it off. I slept for 13 hours. Again, unheard of for me. Another thing was just that was brought up in Mallorca, it was my relationship to food. And as Dr. Mark asked me a few questions, and as I looked into it and remembered, my 9-year-old journal is full of weights. I would weigh myself and write it down, and that's what my 9-year-old, 10-year-old journal is full of. And then with pregnancies and things, food and textures has just been a struggle, and feeling nauseous with eating. I used to say that I was the food critic in Ratatouille, Anton Ego. Like, I don't like food, I love it, and if I don't love it, I don't eat it. And that first night, after the first Healing Fest, Styers made dinner, and she made fish and Parmesan risotto and tiramisu, and it deeply healed me. So thank you to Susie. Thank you to Mark for inviting me. And I just cried my eyes out during that meal, and it was so healing and so wonderful for me. And now, since then, I have an appetite. I just finished lunch. I cleaned my plate without forcing myself. This is a big deal, to receive nourishment. So thank you. Let's see. Even more than all of this is just the sense of clarity in my identity and my voice. There's certain phrases even that were said or that I heard in Mallorca that have been repeated since coming home. One doctor told me, like, we see the light in you and how you share it with others. And I was like, well, that's what Jenna and I did. Like, that's amazing. I spoke in a conference in Oklahoma, and another doctor told me that I was funny on stage and that I should really lean into that, which was just really, really reaffirming. So, all told, there was something else, and I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was just about napping. What an amazing thing to nap, to just be still. And then, to dream of kittens. I have been plagued by nightmares many times in my life, and to sleep and to dream of literally a basket full of kittens. What's better than that? Nothing. nothing is better than a dream of a basket full of kittens. So anyway, just a sense of identity that I am seen and I am loved, and I love all of you.